supernatural usually don't mix, but the latest innovations under development at the MIT Media Lab are being compared to the sorcery of the Harry Potter series. This is City Home, an interactive apartment where everyday objects respond to the wave of a hand. No wand needed. Product designer David Rose calls these things Enchanted Objects, and that's also the name of his new book. David Rose is here with us, and he's brought some of those enchanted objects with him. Welcome to Greater Boston. And David, the first thing I have to ask you is, what is an enchanted object?
Well, an enchanted object is very different than the cell phones we have today. An enchanted object is when all of the apps that you might use on the cell phone spring off of the cell phone and embed themselves into ordinary things. So the things like this pen or a pill bottle cap, they look the same, but they have extra capabilities.
Yeah, they're things that we have in our lives every day.
Right, and we interact with every day.
You don't like cell phones, do you?
Well, I think they demand a lot of our attention, and I think we should think of them as adolescent stages of technology development. You know, 5 or 10 years from now, we'll look back and we'll say, what were these things that we spend so much time with and we were looking at so many times a day, right? And if you have the information that's on the cell phone sort of lightly spread throughout the environment, it can be much more delightful and humanistic.
Tell me what's the difference between an enchanted object and maybe a robot?
Well, a robot is like a cell phone, tries to locate all of the functionality within one thing. An enchanted object just spreads it around so that a tabletop, an umbrella, a pill bottle cap, a light bulb, a chair, all of those things can do just a little bit, can serve us in just little ways that are just a little bit smarter.
So you brought some enchanted objects, so why don't you share them with us? Let's start with the pill cap, I think it is, and tell us how it works.
Sure. So I invented this with a company called Vitality that I started with a co-founder, and we realized that people take their meds about half of the time. So it's a big problem for health insurance companies and also for pharmaceutical companies. And so we took as a base the ordinary amber vial where your pills are prescribed, and we just embedded some sense into the pill cap. So this talks through AT&T's network. It sort of subtly prompts you with light and then sound, and then it will text your cell phone if you forget to take. And most importantly, it actually sets up a relationship between you and another person who cares about you. So I can see my dad's data and he can see my data. So we can give each other a hard time if we're not doing the right thing.
Sure, great tool for older people maybe living alone.
Well, or people like me who are forgetful. Right.
All right, let's talk about what you have on your wrist there.
Sure, so this is a bracelet that's by a company called Jawbone, and it tracks how you're sleeping and how much you move throughout the day. And so it's a way it creates a little bit of a digital portrait of your life, so you can be more attuned to, you know, whether you're getting enough exercise or, like me, never getting enough sleep.
And you have something in your breast pocket there.
Yeah, so this is called from another local company called Sunsprite, and this helps you get enough light throughout the day. So doctors have noticed that it's not just people that suffer from seasonal affectiveness disorder, but all of us would benefit from a couple of hours of really bright sunshine in the morning. And this helps you understand if you've gotten that. And probably the most remarkable thing about this sensor is it's charged with solar. So it's one of the problems with all these Internet of Things is charging batteries. And so, you know, the trend should be that they take care of us, not that we have more things to take care of.
Right.
So this
being solar would be terrific.
That's right. So it knows how much sun you've gotten. It talks to your cell phone and shows you on a chart, and now you can get more sun in the morning.
Dave, tell everybody about that pen.
Oh, this is a pen called the Enoto Live Scribe, and what's magical about this is it starts as a pen. It's just a pen, but it also has a microphone in it, and it stores the conversation. And it also, if you write on a special paper, stores each gesture that you make. And so if you want to get back to the lecture or the conversation right at that point where you were confused, you just tap your notes right there, and it starts playing the conversation from that point forward.
That is
right?
really
And it's a pen.
And it's a pen.
It's just a pen.
What have we got here?
This is something called the Energy Jewel. I started a company called Ambient Devices, which made an orb that would change color based on temperature outside or wind speed or pollen count or anything you wanted to track. And the sort of magical thing about that was you could attend to the information without thinking about it. You know, you could see the information out of the corner of your eye, and just the color would tell you the temperature outside or the stock market or whatever. But what this tells you is the color shows you how much energy you're using in your house, and also the price of energy that you're paying right now. So this is being given away by utilities to try to encourage people to conserve more. Wow. So it's a big behavior, it's sort of the behavior change embedded in a light bulb. Wow. So, and this also has the feature that it shows you with color, sort of at a high level what's going on, and then you can just lift it up and you can see like how much you're paying exactly in dollars and cents.
But you can see it from across the room.
Right, so the glanceability is the sort of big feature.
And you have one more feature for us here. What is that?
Well, I worked on a project with Lego back like over 15 years ago, and that was sort of the eureka moment for me that the internet will be like as cheap and small as a Lego brick. So this is a piece of the Lego Mindstorm's invention system, which has a brain, it has some computation inside, and also you can put sensors on it. So you can make a little robot that will open your blinds in the morning or have a long nose and not fall off the table. But if you can do that in a little piece of plastic like a Lego brick, then the sky's the limit to how this will change our lives.
How much of this technology is available to a consumer right now?
Well, in the book, I cover about 50 products. About half of them are out of research labs like Microsoft or MIT or Carnegie Mellon, and about half of them are commercialized products like the Nest, which was just acquired by Google for over $3 billion. And so like those are real products that are really out, that are changing how we live.
David Rose, thank you very much. It's enchanting.
Fun to be here.